From Studio H6A, this is Hawick High News.
Hello and welcome to this February edition of Hawick High News.
Coming up on this month's episode,
Robbie brings us the highlights from this year's Burns Supper.
Michael speaks to the cast members of the opera's showcasing of Hairspray the musical.
And Zoe goes to the careers fair, which took place earlier this month.
All that and more, this is Hawick High News.
Hello and welcome to this month's episode of Hawick High News.
On the last day of January, Hawick High School held its annual Burns Supper. 6th year staff and guests were invited to celebrate the bard's life.
Our reporter Robbie Welsh was there to bring us all the highlights from the fantastic evening.
On Thursday the 31st of January, Hawick High School held its annual Burns Supper. The haggis was piped in by Harry Scott and then addressed by Robbie Welsh and watched on by most of the 6th years and staff.
Drenching your gushing entrails bright like ony ditch, and then what a glorious scent. One reeking and rich.
Our guest speaker from Langham was Billy Young. Billy started us off with the immortal memory, which is a speech about Robert Burns' life. Later on in the night, Billy recited Tam O'Shanter, one of Burns' most famous poems.
But one thing I will tell you is that when that June day draws nigh, I'll be back, as I have been every year for the last 35 years, to the second best common riding in the cosmos.
As is tradition at Burns Suppers, there is a lad who toasts the lassies and then a lass replies. This year the toasts were made by Alex Jones and head girl Maddie Hume. They were both entertaining in their own right, with Alex using good reference to the bard.
In this school who are pure class. 2 lasses.
So from me and all the lasses, can we all raise our glasses to the laddies? Woo! Woo!
The entertainers throughout the night were Leslie McFarlane's Dance Academy, Billy Young, Ewan and Irvin Welsh, Molly Marshall and Jasmine Davidson. Miss Porteous gave a vote of thanks to round off what had been a tremendous event which showcased the talents within the school. This has been Robbie Welsh reporting for Hawick High News.
Now to our next story. And with the successful performance of Oliver last year, Hawick Amateur Operatic Society were keen to get the pupils of Hawick High involved in their production of Hairspray, which will take place in March in the Town Hall.
Michael invited some of the cast members up to our studio to talk to him about the participation in this show.
In the 1960s in Baltimore, Dance 17 Tracy Turnblad auditioned for a spot on the Corny Collins show.
Tracy faces scrutiny and bullying from producer Thelma and her popular but vicious daughter Amber.
With the help of Tracy's best friend Penny Lou Pingleton, teenage heartthrob Lloyd Clarkin and more.
Tracy overcomes the odds and succeeds in her mission to integrate the Corny Collins show and becomes Miss Teenage Hairspray.
I decided to join because I watched the show last year and really enjoyed it and thought it looked fun.
And a lot of my friends were doing it and it looked really fun.
Communication skills, teamwork skills, social skills.
And you gain confidence skills and you make new friends.
You get to meet new people and improve your dancing.
My favourite song in the show is Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now.
My favourite song's You Can't Stop the Beat because it gets everyone involved.
My favourite song in the show is I Can Hear the Bells.
My favourite song's It Takes Two because it's romantic.
My favourite song in the show is Cooties.
My favourite song is Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now.
Thanks, Michael, and good luck to everyone involved in the production.
On the 19th of February, the high school held another careers fair in the Assembly Hall. The event is to help and advise people who are unsure which career path they want to take when they leave school.
I went along to see what the event was like and to find out what people thought of the event. On Thursday the 7th of February, Hawick High School hosted a careers fair to help the older pupils with their choices leading into their future careers. This is the second year the school has held the careers fair. This year there was a great number of businesses which had the Assembly Hall filled up. Some of these businesses included the Borders College, Galbraith and Johnson's of Elgin. The businesses are trying to encourage the pupils to think about taking the next steps to getting a career with their business and the different career paths for when they leave school. I spoke to different businesses and parents to find out how they thought the event went.
I don't think there was anything like this when I was at school, and it's been a really good turnout as well, and a lot of different businesses, so yeah, I think it's a really good idea.
I think they're generally interested in us. They're wondering what Galbraith do, and a lot of people are interested to know what a surveyor does. And I think there have been 2 or 3 tonight who might be genuinely interested in surveying, which is good.
I fair enjoyed it. It was great. It was very interesting. They were all different, and it was good to see well supported by parents and children. Well done.
I also spoke to Mr. Fox, who told me more about the event.
Tonight's event is all about getting the students at Hawick High School connecting to the local community and understanding what jobs and what businesses are out there in Hawick and further afield, and seeing if something that they're interested in can translate into a job. I think it's helpful for a lot of young students have an idea of something that they enjoy, but they're not sure what sort of job that can translate into. So if they enjoy sport or they enjoy being outside, there's a job for everything, and then it's understanding what sort of industry that they would be able to go into. I think it's been amazingly successful. I think we're at about 60 students, and we've been absolutely packed from local businesses, and the feedback's been great so far.
Now over to Irvin to bring you up to date with the news in brief.
A huge thank you to everyone who purchased a button badge on Friday the 22nd. £52 was raised for LGBT Youth Scotland, who continue their excellent work around mental health and inclusion support for 11 to 25-year-olds across Scotland. If you're looking to make new friends and want to learn new skills, whilst having loads of fun all at the same time, then why not join the Army Cadet Force? They meet in the ACF hut at Union Street every Monday night at 7 p.m. Go along and give it a try. With senior pupils having exams coming up, a number of subjects offer a study club where pupils can go to catch up on work, revise or do their homework. Speak to your teachers and they will tell you where and when they have a study club. Finally, on Saturday the 16th of February, Team Buttedale Harriers held their annual club championship races. Many school pupils are part of the Harriers, and winners from the school on the day were Ava Hughes, Irvin Welsh, Ailey Jaffrey and Fraser Klein. Now back to Zoe and Connor with the rest of this month's news.
Thanks, Irvin.
Finally, on Monday the 25th of February, an S3 art class were given a workshop which tied in with their classwork.
Joey and Grace went along to see what went on and what the pupils thought of the workshop.
On the 25th of February, some S3 pupils welcomed an artist to the school who led them in a workshop about the different ways that art can be expressed.
Grace went and interviewed some pupils and staff as well as the artist to find out more about the event.
What has today's event been about?
Okay, we're going around the schools and creating a huge piece of artwork which is basically based on monoprinting and charcoal drawings of monuments and well-known sites around the borders. So in Hawick today we're looking at the common ridings, at the sense of community, at horses, at sheep, at the landscape. In Eyemouth we've been looking at the harbour, Churnside we've been looking at the school, Dunn's been looking at the castle. So everywhere in the borders we've been looking at a different aspect of the borders life.
What have you enjoyed about today's event?
The creative part of it.
Just getting the opportunity and the experience to do it, because like hardly anybody else in the schools getting to do that, and it's just like a good opportunity.
Drawing all our ideas down with a charcoal.
Drawing all our ideas down with a charcoal. Working with my friends to draw down the ideas.
What have you learnt from today's event?
That you can sort of combine lots of different ideas to make like one big thing. I've learned that there's more things in Hawick than what I thought there was by drawing them all down with charcoal.
I've learned how to use different techniques with charcoal.
I've learned that there's way more to Hawick than you think there was.
I also spoke to Miss Anderson, who was there to help throughout the day.
So today we are doing a workshop that is all about Hawick. So we have an external company that's come in. They are creating an installation which encapsulates the borders. It is everything we want to see and we want to be proud of within the borders. My class today are working specifically on Hawick. So they are creating this vision of what they feel Hawick is to them and what Hawick should be to everyone else in the community. They're doing this through different varieties of artwork, different mediums, and it's looking really, really interesting. I'm really just enjoying the whole project here because I love using messy materials. I think it's really important in art and design that we see not everything has to be picture perfect. It can be messy, it can be creative, it doesn't have to be a finished, refined piece of artwork, and this is what the kids are working on today. They're getting a chance to see that a rough sketch can turn into something really quite beautiful, especially when it is trying to create this vision of their town and their local place.
This has been Joy Torrey and Grace Kibb reporting for Hawick High News.
Well, that's you up to date with all the latest news from in and around Hawick High School.
Be sure to keep up to date with all the latest news from the school on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and keep an eye out for new content on YouTube.
But from me, Zoe and all the Hawick High News team, goodbye and thank you for watching.